hair in my mouth.
Because that's gonna be the intro. And then beep. But I feel like it smells like that. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to describe. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Alright everyone, welcome back to today's video. So as you saw in the title, today I'm going to be trying out this new product from Lush. Please ignore the mess in the background because it's not fun, whatever. And I have a little bit of a surprise that I haven't talked about yet on my channel, so that's why I'm keeping it under wraps. I'm wearing like this shirt that has to do with it, so that's why I'm like wearing a different shirt over it, even though I could have just changed my shirt, but it's fine.
Ciao, anyways, so
for today's video, I grabbed the Catastrophe Cosmetic Fresh Mask, which is one of the refrigerated masks from Lush. So since I just got a free sample of the mask, it came in this little small container, and this is what the mask looks like. Alright, so now we're going to begin the mask application. Cut the cameras. As you guys can see, this is applying, it's very thick, first of all, and it's applying very similarly to like the Aztec Indian clay mask, which is very popular amongst social media people, question mark. Anyways, the first thing that my friend and I noticed when we opened the face mask is that it's very fragrant. And the thing that is worrying me about that is that I have very sensitive skin, and I just know that the way that my skin is going to react to the fragrance isn't going to be very well. The product has a lot of good ingredients in it. I'm going to be getting into that in a minute, but I'm just very worried about the amount of scent that is coming off of this mask because it is very strong. Like, I have it, now that I have it on my face, I couldn't smell it as much before, but now that I have the mask on my face, it is very strong and it's very much the only thing that I can really smell. And usually I don't like to wear things that are too perfumed, but as this is a Lush product, it's expected. And so we're just going to apply the mask, wait for it to dry, and then we're going to see what happens. Alright, so first impression, it's very cold on my face, which is a good thing because that's going to be reducing redness, reducing inflammation. It is drying down pretty quickly. It's been about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's pretty dry in most places except for on my cheeks, which always take the longest to dry for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, I have pulled up the ingredients, and I'm going to be breaking them down one by one. So hey guys, it's Editing Will, and I just wanted to say that I thought that this section was pretty boring, so well, that's really it. So I'm just gonna mute this section and fast forward. As the blueberries are giving it like a really cool, neat color, I guess. So it has calamine powder, talc, Irish moss gel, fresh blueberries, glycerine, almond oil, rose oil, chamomile blue oil, sweet wild orange oil, and then fragrance. So what this is telling me is that there's different oils in this, which is going to make sure that my skin is moisturized while I'm using the mask, and it's going to leave a nice really balancing finish, because the other products like the calamine powder, the talc, the gel, and the blueberries are going to be drying out the impurities in my skin, and then it's going to be replaced with oils all over, so it's going to be a very balancing mask. It's not going to put too much oil on my skin, and it's not going to super dry out the other areas. However, I am concerned about the amount of fragrance that is in this, because the fragrance and the alpha isomethylionone are synthetic, Of course, the website says that they're safe synthetics. However, it is concerning to me the amount of fragrance that is in this mask because it literally smells like very flat on my face. Like I feel like there's like blueberries growing out of my skin. Like it's, oh my god, it doesn't feel like that. So the alpha isomethylamine, I'm going to assume that is just a stabilizer. So their products aren't tested on animals at Lush, which is a great thing. Really certain that this is a vegan concoction. I'm fairly certain that this is all vegan. It's like literally like flaking off my face every time I raise my eyebrows, so I'm gonna try to calm down a little bit. But yeah, so the ingredients list looks pretty good. They don't disclose the amount of fragrance that they're putting into the mixture as a whole, but what is concerning to me is the smell coming from my face because for me, fragrances really do irritate my skin. All the products that I use are fragrance free and I really try to steer away from fragrance as much as possible. So I'm fairly certain because I do have the most sensitive skin on earth, I feel like sometimes, and everything affects me. I really do feel like this is going to irritate my skin in the long run, but it is cooling, which is going to help reduce the irritation at the same time. Alrighty guys, so the mask has dried down and I'm gonna go wash it off and then I will update you once it's gone. Alright guys, so I just finished taking off the mask and what I have to say is my skin feels very dry and it feels like my skin is very red in a lot of different places. So I was expecting the cooling effect of the mask to really calm down a lot of the areas of my skin, but I'm having kind of a little breakout right here on my cheekbone and it actually kind of made it a little bit more inflamed than it was before, which is not fun. It could mean that maybe some of the ingredients in there are getting into the pores and working, but at the same time, it could mean that the fragrances just irritated it and it didn't help solve anything at all. One thing I did notice when I was taking off the mask is that it's definitely not a low maintenance mask. And by that, I mean, if you're looking for a face mask that's going to be a really quick application or like a sheet mask that you just put on for 20 minutes, take it right off, or a peel off mask where you put it on, peel it right off, bam, you're done. Or even some of the mud masks or wash off masks that just really just rub into your skin, come off, they turn into water, no mess on your bathroom counter. This is definitely not that. And it's not really advertised as that, so I'm not super mad at it. But if you're looking for something that's low maintenance and really quick, then this mask is not for you. I did notice that it was taking me a while to take it off, and when I was taking it off, the water just caked the mask together, so it was just coming off in clumps on my skin rather than, you know, being worked into my pores. It was just kind of coming off. There's mud on my hands, water splashing everywhere. It's getting all over the counter. I had to end up wiping it down and everything like that. But that's expected with a more heavy-duty mask. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the very first video in my mask series. This is going to be one of the core parts of my channel, so I'm really excited that I could get this started with a very comprehensive review. In the future, I'll be doing tutorials on how I like to apply masks. I'll be going more in depth about how I take the mask off and different things like that. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. Please be sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you like this video if you did. Comment any suggestions that you have for future videos or anything that you have to say about this mask or any of the other refrigerated masks from Lush that you may like or dislike. And make sure that you ring the bell so you get notifications for the next time that I post. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Alright, so one thing that I forgot to mention in my post removal of the mask is that it left me feeling so chalky. Like, I felt like there was a layer of powder that was just kind of like dusted all over my face. And when I started to apply my other products for nighttime, I felt like they were really slipping all over the place and that they couldn't get a good grip on my skin.